Hey everyone. I am trying to get Sharky and Therion on, so just hang with me, and I gotta try to figure out how to get the chat up. So we are I'm trying to figure this out. I'm new at this. And Rashley's not here right now. Okay, so anyways, we were gonna talk about the money thing. I seen Dark Wolf was on, but I didn't hear anything that he was saying. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the chat up. I would do this from my phone, but then I can't have Sharky and Therion on if I was to do this from my phone. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so Sharky is having trouble getting in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I can't even find where to get the chat up at. Lovely. I probably shouldn't have did this until I had more experience. Here's the chat. Okay, got the chat. Okay. All right, chat is going. Now you guys can chat and yell at me. I don't know how to get Sharky and them on here. I guess I'll try to invite them again. So just hang with me. So anyways, anybody want to chat and tell me what Dark Wolf had to say? I'm sure he was talking about the money thing. Add names or email addresses. Okay. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, finally. Hey, Shark.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's cool.
I am really having
No, you're doing
problems
good.
here.
You're doing good. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't need to do that then.
Just talk for a little bit, Shark. I gotta try to figure out how to get Therion on.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I know. You're doing better than I can. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know how to do Google Hangouts. I just know how to use it.
Yeah, now I gotta send an invitation to. I tried to do this before I went on air, but it wasn't working for me. So
Yeah.
I had
Well,
to
I
go on
see
air.
Therion. I see Therion right there.
Is he in the chat or what? I don't see
I don't know.
anybody in.
I see a picture. Wait, now how do I get out of this?
Okay,
I don't
I'm
wait,
gonna.
or is that you? No, that's you. That's your new picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your new
I'm
picture. Okay, that's who I'm seeing. Okay,
I'm
I
going
get.
to Messenger to send another one to Therion. Okay. Uh,
Let's go.
so you said that you had a few MEs that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you want to talk about a funny one?
Sure.
Um, so like, I don't know if I already told you this, but and it's not funny. It's a serious thing. But it's like my aunt that when I first started off with ME, I had a cousin, right? That my cousin Kay.
Uh huh.
And the weird way this shit works, she looks almost exactly like MA's wife. So I've said that before, but this is my cousin Kay. She's my older cousin, by 2 years, and she's like one of my best friends, right? And so she knew about the ME, and we used to talk about it. And then we end up going on to the part where like the demon things are like strapping you down in your bed, even though she can't go one night without somebody being in her bed. You know what I'm saying? But this is my cousin, not anything. This is my cousin the way she lives.
Uh
So
huh.
she backed off, and I haven't heard from her since.
Mhm.
And we talked for like 9 hours that one day. The entire time my son was at school about ME things going on at the beginning when I first found out the terminology and this and that and that and this and about other shit and weird shit and um then she just left. But it's like she said Aunt Linda knew about the Washita River. Like Papa always told us, it was
Uh huh.
it,
Sorry
it
about
was
that.
that's fine. But in Arkansas, the Washita River was spelled with a Q, Quachita River, not Ouachita. And even when I went to school and got an associate's degree out at that little college there, that was Quachita. But now my thing shows Ouachita. So I can't even have a little degree from a school I went to because it's gone.
Uh huh.
I've got this other crap, showing from some other fucker that I'm integrating into. And so, like Dad was saying, that like a few days back, Aunt Linda was having pains right in her chest and in the back of her hips area above. And all I could think was, God dang, it's your fucking heart that's moving and your kidneys that are switching around. And she went to the hospital and she sat up there, and it's not a good hospital. All right, it's not a good hospital,
Mhm.
but it's still a hospital. They told her she had cat scratch fever. Fucking
Wow.
things told her she had a music rhyme for a fucking symptom, and they let her go. And that's all I've heard about it was yeah, she had cat scratch fever. Like that fucking song, which is totally ridiculous. Just totally fucking like I told Dad. I said, are you serious? He's like, I said, what did you say? He said cat scratch fever, and I said, like the song? And he said, yeah. And he said, I don't know what that is. And I said, I ain't ever heard that in my life. He said, hell, I ain't either. He said, that's what they told her she had was cat scratch fever. I ain't looked
Wow.
it up, but that's what the fucking hospital told my damn aunt a few days ago. Nuts. Nuts. Which goes back to my kind of thing, thinking this is a movie based realms. It's like, even if the aliens say we did die, everybody died at some point, right? Everybody's fucking, but somehow we're floating, and they take our particles and somehow fucking pieces back together. And they're missing little pieces that we are going like, you got that wrong.
Right.
No, that's wrong. What the fuck is that? But they're really trying to get us back together so they can study us or whatever, because we might be a gazillion fucking years from where we started off. I don't know. It's something that does float around in my head about this shit, and yeah, cat scratch fever. And the shit I've seen in my real life that makes no sense. It's like something to do with a movie. It'll have some kind of a movie scene, and you'll be in your real life, and all of a sudden you're starting to see something. And you're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" It looks like that movie because it's in a reenactment right there in your physical of a movie, but say it's slightly different. You know,
Right.
so it trips me out that the hospital said she had cat scratch fever.
Wow.
Of all of all the weird things to say you got, and then they just let her go.
I thought I'd heard somebody else talking about that too. Cat scratch fever. Or maybe it was
I
you
wouldn't
that
doubt
was
it.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Um,
evidently it's a thing now.
Dark Wolf said my sister got cat scratch fever when we were little. It's when a kitten
Oh,
usually is sick and scratch the human. It can transfer the sickness.
like the
Wow.
germs,
I
like a
never heard of it
germ. I guess
before.
maybe a litter box germ or something. Maybe which can make you have fever. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm guessing here. I
I'm
can't
gonna
see
do
any
a
chat.
little
I don't.
I'm gonna do a few shout outs. Helen is in. Of course, Therion is in, and he's waiting for me to get him in here. Dark Wolf's on. Prelim is here. Happy Italian is here. Prelim is here. Rationally 26 is here. And Dominic is here.
Wow,
I think I got
lots of
everybody.
people. And hey, Dark Wolf, but I know you know me, and you can tell by my everything. It's just I'm it's
I didn't
fucking
hear it.
crazy. I really do love like my twin flame Jen that I figured out is like we are literally one page apart, and we've had to talk for so long that we've realized that and it's fine. There's things that she remembers. I was, hey, do you remember? And she's like, no, and I'm like, okay, well I do. So there are we are like that, and that's how it happens. And I really like that. I think it's great. I think it's very neat. Because
Um,
there is everybody out there that knows that's how it was. But for me, it's not. But everybody else does, and that's cool. I think that's so damn cool. It's just a neat thing on how the ME works. Um,
um, Therion, I have a question for you. When I enter your email address, I'm putting yahoo.com.uk. Is that the reason why it may not let me? Should I not put UK next time? Or let's see, uh, com. I wonder if I should just leave the. I'm gonna leave the UK out of this one and just send this one the way it is. .com. So Therion, try again. I left the UK out of this one. The last two times I sent UK. I've been putting the .com.uk and it's not going through. So see if that one comes through. If not, I'll try the UK again. Leave off the end just. No, just come on. Go ahead, Sharky. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Like I wrote you earlier, and we know the Terminator changed. Something I found odd. I put in the original Terminator, right? And he comes down. He's in a ball. He gets his clothes, and then the other guy's like, somebody stole my pants. Well, somewhere along the line, they do like a scene, and it starts off as Arnold's boots. Now, I know it's shades and everything, all that shit's changed, but I was watching this. I'm like, well, there's his boots, but he's got like it looks like an Arkansas redneck back when we had um ostrich boots and rattlesnake boots. You would literally take your pants legs and put them inside the boot. So the boot comes all the way up, and then the pants legs come up because they're tucked inside the boot. And I was watching this, and I was like, why in the hell does this Terminator care if he's got his fucking pants legs tucked into his boots? And they
Uh
weren't
huh.
even that great of boots. They were just some motorcycle boots, but I thought that was very odd. And his pants were like this, they weren't blue jeans. They were like a brown pants, and it went up and showed his boots and come up like that. And I was like, that's what made me notice it. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or if it's an old thing or what. I don't really go backtrack. I don't care. I just will say what I see. And I ain't claiming jack shit about finding something first because I don't fucking care. And I think it's all out there. We all see things a lot. I've seen us all see things a lot in a very small time frame.
Mhm.
You know, um, I've had that happen a few times where we're not making videos. And it's like, well, shit, who was actually first? And it's like nobody was fucking first. It's like, however you was making your videos first, but the information just like boom, there it is. Two different people. So I don't think there's no first on jack shit myself, but other than if you got a video out first, but the information is there.
Mhm.
I lost my
Uh.
point. I had a point. I don't know what my point was.
Hmm. So, did you listen to Dark Wolf at all when he did his live stream? What he was talking about? I didn't get to listen to
Yeah.
it
Oh
because
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
messing
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah. Dark was totally cool with it. He
Uh
knows.
huh.
I mean, he knows just like he's always known. It's like and everything is fact. Everything is right there. It's totally fact, and it's right there. It's just
Mhm.
there's a few of us out here that don't know that. I know you don't know it. I don't know it. But it wasn't the way I knew it from my experience is doing shit and working with money, and you don't know it. But there's a lot of people that do know it. Um. So yeah, everything's cool. Kosher and cool.
No,
Um.
I know what he was talking about, but um,
Oh.
that he's right and everything, but I still am saying that the Bills, as far as the Bills, I remember the Bills having the dates on them every
Yeah.
year.
Me. Well. Yeah. Every year. Me too. Me too. That was where I was at that time too. The bills were every year. Yeah. Totally. Like you said, there's nobody wrong. It's just and he knows that. He said that.
Uh huh.
Um. Yeah. But it's like I've said, it's like me and Jen. We can be like this, except one big thing that sticks out.
Mhm.
My fucking Mars was before the Earth. And that's a big fucking thing. Like there's big things that stick out between me and Jen. Her Mars was over here. My Mars was toward the sun. And like I say, that motherfucker was burned up. And they taught us it was burned up when I was a kid because it was closer to the sun and it was red and it was fucking red hot and this red planet and it was closer to the sun. And the sun had gotten bigger over these years. It's gonna keep getting bigger until it turned into a little big thing and it was super fucking hot and just destroyed everything.
Mhm.
but she knows it from the other side. But see, I had a death in there a couple of times, so I've got a dual memory.
Mm-hmm.
When I try to myself line the planets up with something that sounds right, I'm on her side.
Right.
Earth, Mars. But when I know what I know, it was different. It was Earth. I mean, it was Mars, then Earth, and that's what I know, and I just know what I know.
Yeah. Dark Wolf says that he thinks that we're mistaking coins for bills. I'm not mistaking the coins for the bills. I remember bills having the date on them. Specifically, I remember the bills, fives, 20s, and they had every year the date on them.
Yeah. Well, some people might be getting confused with that. I'm not. I know I'm not. You know. I know every year had a date, but some people probably are getting confused because it's very confusing, and it's so weird that it's been since 2013. Nobody's fucking like realized this. What the fuck kind of crap shit is that? I mean, it's taken all this time since 2013 for anybody out there in the MA to look at their damn dollar bills and be like, if all things change, and just look at a date on a bill and
Mm-hmm.
be like, wow, look at this. And Sunny 3 did it. And then she's got these napkins that keep popping up. She even did another one, I think, had some napkins popping up. Says, I don't know what to do with napkins, but
The,
it is what it is. It's it plays out trippy, and we don't fucking know what the hell's going on. But
I guess, is Therion on?
I don't know.
Therion just said he's in.
Okay, cool. I don't see a picture yet. I just know what I know, and I ain't getting
And
confused with coins.
yeah, I know, I'm not
I'm
either.
definitely not getting confused with coins.
Darkwolf says coins are printed yearly and each has a different year on it. I only
Yes,
suggest that it's getting confused with paper money.
yes, and
Yeah,
it is. I do believe it is. I do believe a lot of people it is.
yeah.
Hmm. But
I but I
I'm not.
I know
But
I'm not. I was just gonna say I know I'm not either because I
yeah,
remember seeing these dates on dollar bills, fives, 20s. I know for a fact that money was not printed that way. It may be now. Yeah, it
it
is now. I
is
get that.
now evidently. Yeah. I say, what do you call it? What Dark Wolf? What do you call it? What do you call that memory when you got a specific memory? You call it
Okay, hold on. I gotta go to Facebook here.
anchor memories. Anchor memories.
Try when
Yeah,
typing in,
I think
see
that's what
if
Dark
it
Wolf calls it.
comes up.
Anchor memories.
Okay. Oh, then click where a picture is. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try. Okay, I gotta try to invite Night.
Dark Wolf. I see you. There you go. Yeah, anchor memories. Anchor memories. Yeah, that's what I've got. So you know, but the fucking ain't nothing of this shit. Fucking, I don't think real. I
Oh,
don't even think we were
I
ever even on a fucking real Earth.
I N I G G. I know what went wrong with Nights. Um, I thought it was a capital I because it was just a straight up and down, and it was an L. So that's where I was messing up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
I can tell you some other stuff if you want to hear some other stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, go for it.
Um, I realized now I had a '68 Chevelle, right?
Hmm.
This is my Chevelle. I know all about Chevelles. I know about the station wagons. I used to want to have one of everyone. And in Canada, they made a what they called a Beaumont, which looked between the middle of a Pontiac and a Chevrolet. It's got a Beaumont. So I wanted like every one of these because I had my '68 Chevelle for like fucking 26 years. And so there's my little Chevelle back when I first got it, and I had it painted and some dents taken out. Right
Hmm.
now, in my book, I was looking just a while ago, and I told Dad, and he was like, Because my cousin had a 72 Challenger. Had these god awful bumper guards on the bumper, you know. I used to make fun of it. He took them off. Well, I'm looking through my book, Cars of the 60s, that my mother had got me. And guess what? Now, Chevelles, even my 68 and 60, the 68 and 69 were the only body types. I don't know if you can see that, but there are bumper guards on the fucking bumper that were never fucking there. I mean, there's all kinds of options you can get, but the bumper guards weren't one. And it's on the Camaros too. Now, I'm not so sure on the Camaros. There might have been bumper guards on the Camaros. I'm not saying there weren't. Um, but the Chevelle definitely didn't have bumper guards on the front and back. I've got a picture there of y'all can look it up, but it doesn't matter. But the thing is, my dad told me about something very weird, and he was like, "Oh man, yeah, we were trying to do everything back then. This is just a while ago." And he told me that on the bumpers, like his Porsche, you know, it's an old Porsche, and he said they put springs on the bumper. So if you tapped another car at 5 mile an hour, he said they were trying to get it down to like 5 mile an hour, it would do nothing to your car. So you run into a car at 5 mile an hour, your bumper would basically go boom boom, and your car's okay because there's a fucking spring in it. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, well that's pretty cool because you know I was like Porsche's you know probably way ahead of us anyhow on that shit back then. And he told me Ford did it too. And he said old Ford bumper shocks, 5 mile an hour leeway, collapsible some were. So some of the bumpers were actually collapsible to prevent, but then you had to get your bumper replaced, I guess, because it was collapsible. But they were designed to take. They were trying to do it up to 5 mile an hour. Hit somebody, which is retarded. I mean,
Oh,
can you
man.
not judge? Just slow the fuck down. You know, I don't know. I don't get these people, but um, I don't know what the hell that was. Probably something from my son. Anyhow, I never heard of that. If y'all have heard of that, I've never heard of that. I've never seen that. I've never seen fucking bump springs on a bumper for an old Ford or nothing. So many car shows and shit as I've been to, and sure Dark Wolf has been to a bunch of them too. I've never seen that. I've never seen freaking springs on a bumper or heard of that. Never heard of it. I mean, it makes sense. It's a cool thing. You know, it makes pretty good sense, but I've never heard of it.
Hmm.
And I know for a fucking fact, Chevelles did not have, especially 6869, did not have any kind of fucking bumper guards on them that are totally ugly. They make no sense. It's retarded, I think. But I say you spoke fun of my cousin for having them, and I was like, my car didn't come with them, and my car's younger than yours. Like your car's ignorant, you know. But I knew his car was faster than mine, but that didn't matter. I was just trying to poke fun at him. But she took them off, you know, because they were god awful ugly. God awful ugly. Kind of ruins the lines of a challenger, you know, an old challenger.
Rationally just called me a blonde.
A blonde.
Yeah, I'm such a blonde.
It's like well, she's in Atlanta. I was
Sorry, I can't
born.
run a damn computer.
I was born with white hair. Then it went blonde. Then it went brown. Then it went dark brown.
No, no, no,
It
no.
kind of went black, and then it went to this shit.
Yeah, she's calling me an idiot, basically.
Compliment in Arkansas. That means you got some common sense, but you don't understand the fucking system. You know.
Yeah, well, I guess I gotta go to school for computers. Learn how to run this.
I'm telling you, I don't understand. I got a new phone and I can't understand the shit. In fact, I'm still figuring out stuff, you know. Um, anybody know? Remember the movie, or the TV show Sanford and Son?
Yeah, I remember.
You know that song. And so, what's the old man's name?
Um,
The dad.
I don't remember.
And he was a famous comedian, and you had what was that guy's
Um,
name? Leonard? Leonard? Not Leonard. It was Sanford and Son. What was his son's name on the TV show? That doesn't matter. All right. Say Harlem Nights. The movie Harlem Nights, and the Sanford and Son dad was in that movie.
hmm
Not to mention everything else he's been in with comedians.
Red Fox. Prelim said Red Fox.
Cool. Now, how is it spelled? Yep.
Um,
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought it was
Yep.
Redfox, but Prelim wrote Redfoxx.
See, I wrote just a simple red fox, but I do have memories of FOXX too. So I've got dual memory there. But now it's REDDFOXX, which just looks totally ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So Red REDDFOXX is the dude's name here now. It looks crappy. I mean, it looks ridiculous. But I put in that movie. Well, I didn't take it out.
I got so many things going on. I'm on my phone because I can't get the chat up on the computer, so I'm on my phone checking this chat. I've got texts coming in left and right from everybody. So you just keep chatting, Sharky.
Okay, I will. I will. I'll look at my little notes here. Oh, wait, you want to talk about stormtroopers? We can go
Swamp.
one simple thing on Star Wars stormtroopers because these motherfuckers are totally screwed up. Um, and everything in my house screwed up too. You know the way it works, but so yeah. Trying to get this sucker out of here.
Therion says if I try to send you his email address,
Me?
yeah, try to send you the email address and see if you can add him. Do you know how to do
How?
that? You don't know how to do that.
No, I'm a dunce.
Ah, we both
The
fit in the
hat,
same.
like okay, with,
We both fit in the same boat.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
No,
I mean, we can try. I don't know. I mean, we can try. I can
Ra-
see what happens.
Rationally is always very patient with me. She always, I mean, she showed me this. I don't know how many times, and I still can't get it.
Yeah.
But you know, I oh well.
Well, I think you're doing
I got.
good. All we're doing is talking. It don't matter to me.
I know, but I can't get Therion in. I don't know what is going. I don't know why he can't get in. I don't know
I
what I'm
don't.
doing wrong. And I can't get the chat up. I don't know why the chat's not coming up. I have the chat up, and I wrote in the chat, but I can't see everybody else's chat, so I have to be on my phone to figure to. That's okay. It's the first time doing this, so everybody just laugh it off. Laugh it off.
Yeah, it's just a talkathon or whatever. Whoever will say anything, bring anything up, it doesn't matter. You know, like I say, my trees change. That's personal in me. You know, personal enemies are very important. I think So we don't talk about it enough.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather just go back to the old phones that hang on the wall. Forget about all this tech. Let's just
Me
all
too.
let's all talk
Yeah,
about.
there used to be a family plan, and then you could have like four, phones.
Yeah,
Every room had a phone, and with them cords, and it was annoying as crap, but they were fun, because
yeah,
you
man.
twist them. Give you something to do while you're on the phone. You twist the cord up in your finger,
Mm-hmm.
then your finger gets totally red, with the blood, and you're like ah, so you untwist it while you're talking, and you do
Mm-hmm.
the same fucking thing again.
Yeah, Mandy, we're using Google Hangouts, and thanks, Dark Wolf. He says it's okay, Pat. We all have to learn it eventually. Yeah, I need rationally here right now.
Yeah. Can y'all see my little guy? I used to play with him in the dirt, and we had great adventures. But this is not my little guy. Can y'all see the stormtrooper?
Yeah, yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Well, see, you see his little earbuds there. He's got little earbuds that come around.
Uh huh.
That was never like that. In fact, I don't even think he had this black piece here. He might have had a circle
Mhm.
here, but I don't remember this black piece, and I definitely don't remember on the back of him these two black things that makes him look like he's got a weird robot face on the back.
Mhm.
So my toy changed like that. This I don't remember this shit, which is not on my toy from the '70s, but I don't really remember this shit either. And then this is stuff that's changed along the way. I'm not saying this just changed everything changed right now. I'm
Mhm.
saying from my original Stormtrooper, this was not a thing. And you can see it on his face there. These things. Now this was, but I don't remember the colors being exactly. I thought they were opposite, like
On the
reversed.
on the on the back are them supposed to be like vent holes or something so they can breathe, like so
I
air
know.
can get in there or something.
I don't know. See, my toys got 110. Now I'm not sure on that on the movie. I have to go back and look. It was just once I saw his knees, I was like, "There's no fucking way this dude." And I saw his knees, but I don't even remember this fucking thing being there. And that happened a long time ago. This backpack thing
Mhm.
happened for me a long time ago. But his knees, he's got two different sets of knees. You see that? I
Yeah.
mean, what the crap is that? And it's on the movie now.
Uh-huh.
He's got he's got this dude had two knees look like that, not whatever the hell this is. And he's got actually city blocks and a sun for his waist on my toy. Can you see the buildings? He's got a building with a building behind it, and a sun.
Mhm.
You see all that? And
I
these
can
dudes, what
I can kind of
they're
make it out.
yeah, they're I can't get it to focus because this doesn't want me to show this probably. But anyhow, the
No,
belts
no,
were different.
don't stick that anywhere, Sharky. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they're used to it. They're used to getting fucked up the ass. So what the hell? They're stormtroopers. They're used to it. They just want to go home to their families. I just want to go home to my family.
Ouch.
Minimum wage, minimum wage. Ah, minimum wage. What the fuck? Ah, Anyhow,
That would
but
hurt.
this whole chest plate.
Get that right away from me.
Yeah, this chest plate is designed for our rib cages now. This was not like this at all. It was more way down here. This shit is all wrong. I mean, it looks like he's wearing a muscle man's. Want to show my abs and my titties. Off to everybody. Kind of. It's so ridiculous. This would look good on a woman, but not on a man. But yeah, so there's like these city things with a sun, and that kind of crap was never. there. And like I said before, this whole thing was that's a long time ago kind of thing that popped up. But these I don't remember this shit at all. You
Mm-mm.
know, plus the knees to me. So to me, definitely that and the knee things are definitely a newer thing.
Right.
But I don't go, and I'm not going back and checking. If anybody's fucking seen this shit, that's great. I'm glad. I'm just telling what I see.
Sharky, do you have a Great America, the American superhero doll? Great
Huh?
America?
Who? Who the fuck is that?
The
Captain America?
Captain, yeah, Captain America. Do you have a super or doll?
No, I got plenty of Optimus Primes.
Well, his helmet, he didn't have wings on it, does he? On the
Captain America?
yeah, on the side, he didn't have.
No, he ain't Zeus. He didn't have no fucking wing. I can speed. No, the running guy I think might have had some wings on. You know, the
Yeah,
Flash.
Flash
I
did,
think
yeah.
the Flash had wings
Okay,
because that went
Captain.
fast. You know.
My nephews have Captain American dolls, and they have wings on the side of the helmet, and I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right. That is stupid. It's not right. That's like why don't we just put a big old a fusion cannon on Optimus Prime's arm? You know, so when Megatron's pointing his fucking gun at Optimus, Optimus just point his fucking fusion cannon right back at him and fuck his ass up. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. That breaks the balance.
Yeah,
Oh
so
dear God. Yeah, I told you my trees are missing, and I'm sorry I have not went back and watched my own video to even comment to anybody. But I know y'all, and you know we know how this goes. You know you got time of day that doesn't match up with our normal time of the days.
hmm
But you know I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I used to be pretty much on top of being able to make a video and reply back, but I've gotten really sucky at it. Um,
so you said your trees disappeared in your
they
backyard.
they did, yeah, they did. In my field, there's trees, a section of trees just gone. Which you can see. The thing that got me is there's a power pole back there,
hmm
and that's what caught my eye. I was like, I've got a power pole in my field. Then there's all of a sudden there's this other power pole way back there. I'm like, what the shit is that? And then I realized I'm like, I've got a section of trees fucking missing, so I can see back farther. They're just gone, fucking gone, gone. You know, and it's just like any of this other shit with the graveyard and all that shit. You know, I mean, there's shit that just fucking happens.
hmm
And I don't know. You know, why? Is it because I like trees? Is it because I like my field? Is it because they're trying to take shit away from me like they always do? It's like, you know, like you can't ever get a fucking quarter to your name. I don't know, but they fucking sure as hell took my trees away, motherfuckers.
When did that happen? Did you say?
Last week sometime when that ship was going on, it was like kind of it was weird. It was like it didn't all happen at once, but shit happened, and I was really tired and felt like crap, and I was back and forth, bouncing back and forth, you know, the way I do. But
Before I came on, Rationally asked me if Gene Simmons was dead, and I said no.
mm,
I
mm.
said no, but she said on the internet it shows that he died in
What?
man, 2010, I think it said. And
What?
I'm no, he's still. I guess he's still alive. She said,
Oh,
but the internet says that he
whoa.
died in 2010.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one.
So why would the internet say that he died? So
Good.
she also mentioned that she heard that we may be in the middle of a shift.
Yeah. I think anymore, best I can understand this shit is anytime I go to sleep, any fucking time I go to sleep, when I wake up, there's gonna be something different.
Mm-hmm.
Little things, little things will be different. Just little things. And then we have the bigger shifts and the bigger shifts and these maximum shifts. We're to a gigantum shift. We're not even the same fucking solar system. I guess it could go on that part, but I do think every time I go to sleep, and I do think every freaking Sunday we do shift. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm a dumbass. I'm really jack of all trades. I don't fucking know. And I always say that I don't know. That's what I think though. And that's kind of what I go off of is like, wow, if I wake up and it's on a Sunday morning, I'll be like, okay, let me look at the body, let me look at this, let me try to look at the things I've got, this or solid pictures I keep to to see if there's a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the wrist, the wrist went from 4 and
My iPhone
4,
won't let me punch that up. The link
you
that you
know,
put in, Therion, my iPhone won't let me punch it up. So um, I, I'm guessing that you found a Captain America with wings on the head. Yeah, that's what my nephew's dolls look like. And I know that's not right.
yeah, I don't know when the wrists changed, but they were, and I had found my own evidence. It said there were 4 bones and 4 bones, and now it's 2 bones and 5, which makes 7. So there's a bone missing in these wrists.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're designed different.
Hmm.
Fucking, I can't even. I look like I've got an eraser head in my pictures anymore. I mean, my head is like this. You see what I'm saying? It's like it does not make sense.
I think this shift it's also made
Drives me
women
nuts.
it's also made women stronger somehow because rationally beat me in arm wrestling the other day. That's
My
not
arms, my
possible.
biceps.
Yeah.
I used to have pretty good biceps, and I've noticed today. And I noticed the other day they this arm especially looked weak to me. Did not look right from what I know. This arm, I could tell the separate muscles in the bicep. The 2 muscles, and I'm like, well, there you go, because I'm in this body that never, I guess, could, because it was one muscle, and it would do the Popeye thing. I had really good biceps, but not now. Even in this state, I can't. They look different. But I bounced back and forth from all this shit so damn many times.
But
You kind of get used to it.
there's an ancient Chinese secret to that though. I
Yeah.
let
Yeah. 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 Let the Wookiee win. Remember that on Star Wars? Let the Wookiee win. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
So you got any more
Um.
of your toys that have that you notice any changes on your old toys? Do you have any Hot Wheels redliners? You know what redliners are on
Are
Hot
those
Wheels?
expensive ones? I don't have. I don't think any of them.
Yeah, they
Um.
have the red line on the wheels. They're from the late '60s, early '70s.
No, no, not really Hot Wheel things. If I do, I'm lucky. Be one of them kind of things. Mostly Transformers and some Star Wars things. That just kind of somehow managed to come back to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm trying to sell all this shit so I can move on. But I don't know. We'll see.
You know,
I really got screwed the last time I did it, but
we we sit and we talk about the Emmys, you know, and there's new Emmys coming out, and there's old Emmys all over the place. But
yeah,
really, I think we should all be trying to discuss what's happening, where we are. I mean, I'm at the point where I really don't care about Emmys anymore.
I know. Most of them don't. You know, it's just a thing.
I mean, everything's changing. We know that.
Like I wrote down the power line, you know, the power line discrepancies, and I wrote that and I showed it in a video. You know, it's like they're taking time out to section off the road, and they've got these red things that are like literally like this is the main tower, right? And here's the main one over. Then they've got these little red things hooked right at the edge that bend, and they're hooking like all these wires up, and so these little are bending like that. And I'm like telling my son those are made to break, so they can come, so this company can come back out and fix them if we get a little bit of ice, you know. And then all of a sudden they're gone. They're fucking gone, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where did they go? You know, they did not section off the road, which would have to have the bucket trucks to get up there to take them off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're still putting up red things, but from where they were, they're gone. Totally fucking gone.
Hmm.
Totally gone. And you know that's fucking strange. And like I told Jen, like my love handles, you know, the ribs move, so your love handles aren't even in the same fucking place they used to be.
Mandy
You used
says,
to not even want to get pushed in that area because it would fucking hurt. You know, now you got fucking ribs down there, so it ain't gonna hurt so fucking much. But
right.
like you know, our love handles have moved. I got Optimus Primal belly, which means fucking Optimus Primal was a grayback, silverback
Mm-hmm.
gorilla. You know how they got them big bellies, but they're super strong, right? But they got these fucking pot bellies,
Man,
which is how I look, you know. And
Mandy says we just need to find the cause of Mandela Effect and shifts. I totally agree with you. That's where I'm at. I've been at that point for quite a while now. That I would like to figure out what's going on, where we're at, why this is happening. You know, I mean, Mandela effects. Everything is changing. So I'm just, you know, we hear Mandela effects here and there, and you know, I just want to know what the hell's going on. I could care less about Mandela effects anymore.
yeah, y'all think we as a collective of every fucking one get so tired of watching any kind of bullshit that we just automatically make a shift?
Mm-hmm.
As a collective, our energies collective, we're like, fuck this world. We need to move,
Right.
and then we have a massive shift. But we keep coming back to some other crap that's even worse, I think. Because this is the fucking sickest fucking bullshit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, everything's fucked here. There's everything. Every fucking thing.
Why do oh I don't even know if I even want to go there. You know, with the people changing,
Mm,
you know, I can notice people changing all the time.
yeah, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, and this is I don't think nobody's talked about it, but I found it kind of weird. Like my power is fixing to get cut off right here at the house. And I don't ever use the front door, so that's no problem. They evidently stuck a sticker there. I didn't see it. He come out. He could tell there was activity. Um, he was really weird, standoffish. Like there was no soul. I could
Mm-hmm.
not feel a, like Chicks talked about. I could not feel anything in the sky, and somehow I talked my way out of the charges and all that shit. And he said he's gonna go up the hill. So I even told him, I said, I'll bring the bill out here right now and pay it so you can see it. No, 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 I don't want to see it. I don't. No, no, no. I'm gonna go up this hill and you can pay that bill, and then it's gonna show up on my fucking computer, and I can go home. That's what he told me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, 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 okay. Look, you reach to shake someone's hand because you're being nice, right? I'm not putting up any kind of fight. I'm saying I'm in the wrong, you know. And the Mormons come over here. I don't know if it's Mormons, whatever the group is that comes to your house that want to give you pamphlets, whatever the hell they are. One of these religious things. That I always, for some reason, say Mormons, but it's not the Mormons. I don't think. Um, but like, so there's like this 6'4" kid, 26 years old, and there's a 90-year-old man there this time. This
Mm-hmm.
time, give me this time, and I'm always really talking to him and stuff. But I was on the phone with Google, so I'm overseas and here and there. So I was like, I can't, I don't have the time to talk. I really do. I'm on the phone. Well, then they proceed a little bit here or there. The tall guy did,
Right.
but it's still the same thing. Like the old guy damn near fell off my steps. I reach out and grab his back. He's like, "No, I'm okay." The young guy didn't even try to grab the grandfather. Didn't even try to grab him because the fucker's falling. You could tell he was like, "Woo," I, and then I reach out my hand to shake both of their hands, and it's like this. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what? There's no. If I do this, there isn't an automatic grab of the hand. It's
Mm-hmm.
gone. There's nothing there till they look down and see my fucking hand there, and they're like, "Oh, handshake." There you go.
Hey,
What the
Sharky.
fuck is this shit?
Um, just getting off the subject for just a second. Rationally, asked, does anyone else remember money on the bills? It's saying promissory note. I do
Yes,
remember that.
yes, I do remember
Does,
that too.
does anybody else remember that?
I do.
The
I
bills
do.
saying promissory note on them.
I definitely do.
Yeah, they don't say it on there now, but
No,
I do. I do
no.
remember. I do remember them saying promissory note.
Yeah, it said promissory note because you're supposed to have gold.
Right. Right.
You're actually supposed to be able to get you some fucking money if it was yours.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, anything over a certain amount, you cannot even pull out of the bank. They'll put you on hold because they don't even carry money mostly in there. It's all computer transactions. It's so
Hmm.
fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Dominic says promissory note sounds super familiar to him. Can't place it though. Preliminal, yes, and 5G. Oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
A happy Italian says, kind of remember that or something like it. Yeah, I definitely remember it being on there. Because it's like it's like an IOU. I mean, money is really not worth anything. All it is just like if you wrote an
Yeah.
IOU on a piece of paper, and then the government's supposed to hold all the gold. When did like in the was it when was that in the 30s and 40s is when the government took all the gold and stuff from the people?
For me, it was the '60s.
Was it
That
in the 60s?
that's for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was
And
like somewhere up till then, and then
I
shit
thought it was the Great
changed.
Depression. The Great Depression, I thought, is when they took all the gold. They went around and took money out of people's bank accounts. They took all their gold, all their silver.
Okay, well
That was the
that
Great
does
Depression.
that
During the Great
that
Depression.
makes sense to me. I can see that. Yeah, because if they do that, then that would definitely cause. People to be jumping out the windows on high flights when they can't get their fucking money.
Right, and then I believe the Social Security number was enacted in the 1920s, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Somewhere around there.
See, now, Susan thought my ex-wife thought I was crazy, and I think this might be in effect too because she was in 80 and I was like a 73 model, and so
That's right,
I
Therion. Banks
went
are
years
thieves.
without. I had to get a social security number, and she was born with one, right? But she was a history major. When she swore up and down with me that I was born with one, I'm like, no, I had to go up with my fucking mama and get actually a damn number, and they gave me this fucking card and said, "Look, I'm not going to laminate it for you, but you got to keep it dry and keep it in your wallet for fucking ever."
Mm-hmm.
And I still got the motherfucker, dry, wet, whatever. I've got it. I've got it. You know, my original Social Security card, and carried around for fucking all these years, and it didn't make no sense because at first they told you don't give this number out to nobody. And the first thing they do when you go into service is you give that fucking number out to every fucking body.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the shit is this crap?
Uh-huh.
But then again, the Marine Corps took my DNA back then, and I told my buddy, I was like, they're fixing to clone us. They're going to have a cloned army of fucking guys that don't give a shit that are going to be killers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did to us. They made us into killers. And so that's what they got. And I have seen my own fucking buddy on a video of a girl husband that does the cop things, and he was like over there in California, and there's my buddy looking just like I go give him a hug and say, let's go get some beer. But 1994, not now,
Mm-hmm.
but 1994, there he is. Right fucking there, clone. Marine, clone. Right fucking there. And then I talked to him at Christmas before I found this out. And he even told me, yeah, I remember you saying that fucking shit, Licky. I remember you saying that shit. Because Licky was my nickname. We always had nicknames, and
Mm-hmm.
don't even ask me how I got that name. But my name was Licky, Lickety or Lickety Lockhart. And so, it's like, um, yeah, there's my buddy right there, fucking cloned. You know, after the fact I talked to him, but he's never called me back since then. So I think I shifted away from him because I thought the dude was fucking dead. I literally thought he was dead, and I was like, dude, I thought you were dead. No, he ain't dead. And he was still the same, sitting around in his fucking underwear, with a t-shirt on, and you know, just being himself, like I knew him back then. And then here's this other guy that was in uniform like Kevin was, and I'm like, what the shit is this? Total clone, total clone. Because
Sharky.
the
Sharky.
dude had a face that is not like normal people's faces. It's like Axl Rose. He looked a lot like Axl Rose. And how many people you go around seeing that look like fucking Axl Rose? None. Except my buddy. And so he had an odd face. On that part of it, but trippy, man, trippy.
Well, it's a good thing that you didn't take your camera in there with you.
Yeah, I'm trying not to let y'all hear me pee, but I do gotta pee, and I ain't gonna hide it. I'm a fucking human, and I'm a being, and that's what we do here, because in this forum, we have to do that. So, whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean for y'all to hear that. I try to talk over it, but I can't help it. And I ain't gonna help it.
um,
I don't know. It's been shit. You try to talk to your own folks, and oh, I guess my dad and my son, ex-wife. So that's all I know as far as I talk to, and shit's just not right, you know. I was glad I put out that video about Bentonville being not in the same place because I felt bad because I know there's some of us that live in Arkansas, but my memories for that, and so I was glad that the feedback on it came back. Yeah, you're not fucking crazy because I can look at my own county now and it's not lined up like it used to be. And I was there till I was 19. You know what I'm saying? So you know the shape of your county because you've colored it in so damn many times when you was a kid. Then you got to draw it when you're, you know, in geography and everything else. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's totally fucking wrong. It's not right. It's not right. And
Well, Sharky,
this
I
is,
think we need to start drinking.
huh?
We need to start drinking.
Oh yeah, I got a mason jar.
What is that?
Oh, it's a beer. It's just beer. Kind of help loosen
It
me
don't
up
look like
because
beer.
you know I've been getting off of it, but I did feel like I need to be loosened up a little bit because I get too serious sometimes, and I'm not much fun. So, because this shit's fucking hard. This shit is fucking stupid. This is the fucking most retarded shit I've ever been through in my life, and I mean, it's like, what the hell, you know? What the hell? Just and um, I don't know. I've seen some stuff lately that I've been working with some
Shark.
other people on
Sharky,
to kind of yeah,
have you had any weird dreams lately?
tons.
Tell me one of your dreams that you've had recently.
Oh God. I usually tell them the gym when I wake up. What was the deal? I ended up at a school. When I had to pee real bad, I ran down the hall. Somebody was chasing me to get to the toilet I wanted, and I woke up and I had to pee real bad. That was about 3 o'clock this morning. But there was other stuff. I don't know, man. I've had some weird fucking dreams. I had one that really revolved around the lion and Jesus and stuff, and that one I can pretty much remember. And I told A2 about it, and he was like, "Oh shit, you just gave up every fucking thing you had," you know, which was cool. I was like glad, but you know, I'm not no more ascended than anybody else. You know, we're all in this fucking shit, whatever the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that was months ago, so I don't know. Maybe parts of me's already ascended, parts of me are down here, and well, I really got no clue. So I try to
So,
stay open minded.
so I've been getting some requests for me to start stripping. So I guess I'm gonna put my camera on and start taking my clothes off.
Well, strip. Oh, stripping.
Yeah. There you go. There you go, Sharky. You start first.
Yeah, yeah, you can put that song on Edie, what was it, Edie Brickell, yeah, or whoever that lost her name. Was who was that song? No, no,
Let's see how many viewers we can lose if we start stripping.
I don't know. I used to date strippers, so and I love strippers. I literally love strippers. They're very smart women. Everyone I met had like 3 or 4 cars. They made damn good money, and I would look at them as they were, as a person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I judged to date them or not, you know. And so I dated strippers for quite a while, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and so I was the kind of dumbass that's there and go to visit your girlfriend. Well, she's in the back at the bar. Well, then you got eight girls with their tops off running around, and I'm like, hey, Joe, hey, whatever. Didn't matter to me. I just looking, trying to talk to my girlfriend. I didn't care if they had their tops off. Now I did like titties. I love titties, but I mean, to me, it was just like a thing. Um,
Yeah, I
I had a
used
very,
to work
very
as a
weird life.
I used to work as a bouncer in a strip joint in Florida.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yes. Yes. It's a different. Yeah. Yep. The one girl come to the hospital when I had my back surgery, my first back surgery. She brought me a little catfish, and she had a couple of Mazda Miatas and a Mustang. And my dad ended up going out with her, and I remember she was Vietnamese or something,
Mm-hmm.
Chinese Vietnamese. I don't know what she was actually, but Dad was talking about how smooth her skin was, and I'm like, oh God, Dad, you fucked. But I never did. But the thing is, like, so then my dad did, but she would come visit me, and I remember she told me, she said, what was her words? Your father, he have a very nice ass. Your father, he have a very nice ass. I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. And but she brought me up this little thing. She offered to give me sponge baths and shit, and very, very super nice lady, super, super nice. And all I would do is had so many medical appointments. I'd go up to a bar, and you couldn't drink in this bar. You had to go next door to get a drink. But in this bar, you'd watch the ladies that come over, and I got to noticing everybody's wearing parachute pants.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the bathroom, and it smelled like an elephant bin. And there were rubbers everywhere. I ain't seen so many rubbers in my life. So it was like fucking going everywhere. Here this girl is working this joint, and she spends time out to come and see me at the hospital. Gorgeous soul. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous soul. Compared to that. Rubbers in the fucking bathroom. You know,
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous soul. And yeah, she probably did fuck my dad, all that shit, all that crap. But but she was real nice to me, and it was great. She was a weird one. That didn't ever date or nothing. It's just she's real nice, and I was nice to her. I took her turtle one time from Arkansas. Right, I took this little terrapin about that big for a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Pet, and I said, "Hey." I was on the phone. I was like, "Hey, how's that turtle?" And she said, "Oh, he was a very good." I'm like, "What do you what?" And she said, "Yeah, he was a very good." I'm like, "Very good? What do you? Yeah, oh yeah." And she ate it with some eggs. I'm like, "No, no, don't eat my turtles! Please don't eat my turtles! No, I'm trying to give you a pet, not a breakfast sausage." It's like, hell, she didn't know. She
Mm-hmm.
just ate, ate my fucking turtle from Arkansas. I carried that turtle from Arkansas, North Carolina, and up to Virginia, and gave it to her, handed it to her,
Oh no.
and she ate it for breakfast.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what the fuck? Don't eat my turtles no more, no more, please, no more. Please don't eat my
Wow.
turtles. Oh God, it's like eating a dog or something to me. I'm like, don't eat my turtles. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a very good. What the fuck? It's a very good. Yeah. Jeez, man. Poor fucking thing. You gotta laugh at this fucking life because it makes no sense. Even if it's trying to be a normal life, it doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. What? What the fuck you world? Let me see if I got more stuff wrote down or whatever. Man, it's just a little bit here and a little bit there that happens around my face.
What you got written down?
Oh, there's cat scratch fever. It made no fucking sense to me at all. I know, well, I can take this and show, what Arkansas is now, and I can take this. Um, this is the Arkansas Game and Fish symbol, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a bass. This lump of a fin was never there. This should be totally not even there, but it should be rounded out like this. There's a second fin on these fish that's not even supposed to be there. So that right there on just this symbol alone, that I looked at a while ago, I'm like, that what the fuck is that? You know, and I know what it is because I look at my fish on the wall that have changed. So I didn't realize about this symbol, but yeah, this symbol should have been coming down like this, and this thing not even showing there. It should have been more like that, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not this. Now Arkansas itself. And I think the more awake I get, the more I can see this shit because, I've been away from this county for forever, but this county here used to be a square, and see how this goes, all this weird jagged at the bottom.
Yeah.
This
Mm-hmm.
was straight across. Then this little penis-looking thing come out the fucking side, and that's where I grew up, right there. So we had to color this in. I know this county, and this county did not look like this. It was more simplified. It just kind of went straight over, and this thing come out and down like that. And evidently, fucking Bentonville with Walmart's up here when it should have been down here, according to where I know I used to pass it and watch it and saw it and talked about it, to the ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now I haven't. She's so she's different now. I can't even feel anything for her. I don't feel nothing. There's nothing there, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Empty shells. It's like I try to show her about my leg. You want to see my leg? You want to see some fucked up shit I talked about? I'll show you.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's been now week and a half probably. Okay, and if you don't want to get grossed out because this is gross, it's still gross. The
Okay.
thing is, um, when I had a freak accident, right? I'll show you. All right, I'll just do it this way. Because I started to make a video and I'm like, oh god, it's fucking. I don't know how to even fucking. But you see this? It's a simple thing, right? You put magazines in it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you see these little metal bars. Um, they're they're evidently real fucking sharp. And it's like a little magazine holder, And what we would do is just throw me and my son would throw our dirty clothes in there. So, hey James, you about out of the bathroom? Huh? I didn't want to hurt you up that much. I just want to show the floor. Okay, so now when this happened, um, I've been up about, and I'm a zombie when I wake up, so it doesn't matter. I hadn't even drank anything the night before, but come here, to, do your normal thing. And so this is over here in the corner. Like right here, right? See, right
Yeah.
there. All
Yeah.
right, now the dog is laying. Shit.
Hmm.
Sorry. Are you there?
Yeah.
Um.
Your picture went off though. It's just your picture. So. Oh, there you go.
Uh.
Hmm.
Can you see me?
Yep, I see you.
Okay. Okay. So, dang it, where did it go? It's almost faded into my dirty floor. But anyhow, I'll show you this. Can you see that? My finger
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's blood. And then right here, blood, 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 blood,
You must have got yourself pretty good.
blood, 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 and then it went to here. But the thing is, like, I've got a bad back, so anytime I hurt myself, you have to stand there for a second to assess what's going on in my old age. It's like, okay, I fell down. Now assess how I'm gonna get the fuck up without hurting myself. I mean, where am I at in this situation?
Hmm.
And so I did that, and I was bent over like this shit, and my leg had evidently went inside this motherfucker,
Hmm.
and um, I didn't feel nothing, and other than my toe, my pinky toe, like this, had had hooked in that crevice there. Like if that's my pinky toe, it
Oh.
literally like this,
Ouch.
like
Yeah.
hooked, you know, because I stepped over the dog that was right here.
Hmm.
But this foot I've got drop foot in went back, so I don't usually pick it up that far. So it was all fucking very strange and weird. But somehow I got it up that high, hooked onto that, pulled it over, put my foot in it, fell down, hit the wall. Of course, this is where I grabbed me on one time when I take care of her and her weight and come through the wall. So anyhow, I hit the wall here like this. Sit there for a second, and when I looked down, I had that moment to where you like, I know all about the fucker in the hospitals. I know all about that. I know all about these doctors. And I'm like, do I need to fucking go there and get stitches? And I'm like, no. Myself, I'm like, no, I'm not. And I pulled my skin back and in the tub and everything. But I'm gonna show you what the weirdness is that this sucker is so bad. The blood amount was nothing, and I with my Mimo, you can say she's 90 or whatever. I don't care, but in the boo boos and having to get stitches on this and that for just a normal fall down. But I know riding my bicycle and my knees and my legs and everything I've had, this shit should have bled the fuck out, but it didn't. Okay, you want to see? Mm, this is gross. Because I haven't been able to do nothing. I've just been kind of staying in the house. I pull it back, and this is just one of. This is two of three. Can you see, Patty?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah. When did this happen?
Um, last Monday
Oh, jeez. Okay.
when I was like awake for like 20 minutes and this shit happened. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Anyhow, so this one here is just a normal. The skin comes off, right?
Hmm.
And I've been putting Neosporin on it, so it's doing really good. This is the deep one here. Okay, can you see it?
Yep. Yep. Hmm.
Now think about the blood. You think about everything I'm telling you, and you think about the body changes, and you think about the skin being thicker, and you think about the blood vessels moving in more toward the bones. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, like when I think about it like that, and it doesn't when I think about it the other way, because
Ow! Wow! Wow! Ouch! Ouch!
this looks good,
Damn!
and this is healing really well after a week. But you see all this?
Damn! Yeah.
This is flat skin, flat
Mm-hmm.
up,
Oh
and this
man!
and all this down here, you can see where it's building up a ring. All this was just raw. So this skin has came back. The white skin's still there. It's still booked up, and it's raw, man.
Mm-hmm.
Raw. I mean, like I've got to regrow skin, and it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt one fucking bit. I don't know why. Even when I pulled the skin back and stuck it under the water, I could feel a little bit of tingling.
That looks like it really hurts.
Yeah, it should, but it didn't. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It did not, and it should. Yes, it should. And when I look at it, it hurts, but it don't. Now I felt some like jolts of electricity where
Yeah.
like I think the nerves were trying to like hook onto the skin.
Mm-hmm.
On that part of the skin that I was able to peel back to get back on there. I think that's what was going on, but looks like I got in a fucking motorcycle wreck. And I've got one on my bottom of my foot too, but it's not like, the main one I showed you, which if I showed you the other week, my son, he come in, I got him to help me, and he literally was like, Dad, I've got to walk out, I'm fixing to throw up. Because it was just that grody, My son was like, I'm fixing to throw up. He's
Mm-hmm.
really trying to help me, but that's, we got to put some more Neosporin on this. Instead of pull my band-aid off. Oh, it, it's the strangest thing. I mean, where's the blood? Where is the blood, and why didn't it hurt? And the things we know, the way we are, makes me really question this. I mean, what is going on with this shit? Why? I don't know why. Technically, it should have, but it didn't. But
Hmm.
what I know is I should have been hurt like a motherfucker and bleeding out really, really bad. But it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's really odd
So,
that you're not in a lot of pain. It sure looks like that would hurt really bad.
yeah, man, dude, it looks like right now, it looks like I got bit. I might have going to be on The Walking Dead and got bit by somebody and going, oh shit, help
Uh-huh.
me, because, I'm fixing to be dead in the next episode, but it's not like that. It's the nuttiest fucking thing. So I don't know. But I want people to know about it because it's something that, as a fluke, happened to me, and I don't understand it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand it at all. And there's so much I don't understand here. So I do think it's got some sort of significance, other than I think maybe we don't ever, we're not saying we don't die, but maybe we're being prolonged not to die. Um, how we know death.
I honestly feel like we're darn it. Whoops. Hold on a second. Um, I honestly feel like we are going to live forever. Like we don't die.
Yeah, that'd be a terrific song. Remember the Highlander song with Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to live forever. Remember that song? I
Whoops.
think it might have been only on that movie. It's a cool song. Freddie Mercury.
Um,
Then I found
have
out,
you,
you
have
know, I had
you?
a cousin. Cousin died of AIDS, and I found out later AIDS was all fucking kind of a. It's kind of real, but it's not. It's kind of a dualistic fuckery campaign. And I'm like, oh my god. I had a cousin that didn't even need to die, and you know.
I've had it's kind of like when I was younger. I had an overwhelming feeling throughout the years that for some reason I was gonna be here for the end.
Yes.
I don't know what the end means, but
I
I
don't.
was not gonna die. That I just would keep um, living in I don't know what that meant either, but I'm kind of getting an idea now that the Mandela effect has come across me. Now I kind of got an idea of what it meant, what I was thinking when I was younger. I was thinking when I was younger, okay, I'm never gonna die. Okay, how is that? Well, now the
Yes.
Mandela effect shows us that we could possibly be dying and then just waking up in another realm or another Earth or whatever.
Yes.
However this is. So
Every fucking time.
so I kind of think that way, but then I think okay, when our bodies get too old to keep moving on, what happens at that point? Um, do we start all over at that point again, or what? I don't know, but
It
have
might
you?
be whatever age you think you are in your mind, you go back to.
Well, right now, I mean,
So,
I feel like I'm like 20, not
me
even
too.
20 in my
Yeah,
head,
I'm like
but
more
my
like
body feels a
18.
lot older.
Yeah, I'm more like 18. If I want to be myself, I'm more like 18, goofy, perverted, that kind of thing. But I know I've got different ages that I project, But the funny thing is, like, if I try to retrace my my age, there's a lot missing in there. There's
Mm-hmm.
so much missing in there. Too much missing to make any sense because I've got a really good memory, and it's like, what the, you know, where's all my memories from then?
Mm-hmm.
I've got one or two, but where's the rest of them?
Right, right,
And I don't know where they are.
right.
I don't know where they are. So were they real or I mean I don't know. I stay so confused. I don't know. I can only just say what the weirdness is in my life, and maybe somebody will get something out of it, because this shit's fucking weird.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense how I can get cut that bad and only bleed that little bit on the carpet. That's retarded. That
Mm-hmm.
that makes no sense because I literally was on leaning for like a minute before while I was trying to just assess how I was situated so I could get my foot out of that thing without tearing myself up. And then I look down and I'm tore up. And so, am I getting a scar from a past life now? Or maybe something happened to my bone poked out of my foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Did that little simple stupid thing happen now in this magic realm to maybe later give me a dream or something and let me know, hey, this is how that scar came onto you, and there it is, because it's going to be a big fucking scar.
Right.
I ain't got the skin to cover it up.
It's definitely going to be a big scar.
Like maybe the bone popped out of my, and I bled to death. I
How
don't know,
how how about how about when you run into some people, you feel like you've known them before,
Yeah,
or you date somebody and you feel like you've been in a relationship with them before.
yeah,
I
I
still
know,
try to figure that out. I mean,
I know.
how is it possible?
I've had since this last year had I don't really talk about it much, but I've had that happened where I was really close, and then something happened um with the Nibiru situation, and then I lost them.
Mm.
And
Really?
last thing I told them was,
Oop.
it'd be fine and be okay. Because I know I went through a Nibiru situation. I believe that's when the North Pole fucking left in 2000, fucking 11, 12, 13, or 12 and 13. And the things I know from then to wait, like, my Nibiru is
Oops.
nothing like whatever this slow ass Nibiru is showing itself in slow mo. No, no, mine was like super fucking fast. Like
Mm.
it was coming, but you wouldn't even know it hit. And I think that's what happened. And that's one of the times I really died because of that. You know, not
Mm-hmm.
because of my clumsiness, just because the universe shut me down and I popped up here. And at that time, I couldn't figure out the wife. I couldn't figure out the fucking shit. I went through a divorce and everything fucking flip flopped and changed. And people at work that I was really good friends with were fucking assholes. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
And it went like that. And all I could do was sarcastically laugh at these people because I'm like, I'm fixing to be retired. Fuck you and you're writing up shit, because I'm on 18 minutes in front of VA and I'm asleep when I've got a list here that says I ain't supposed to be doing jack shit. But
Mm-hmm.
yet you're going to write me up to get to another person that's totally supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I got used that way, and I just had to laugh the shit off. And in a month I was gone. But I told them I love you anyhow. you know,
So,
I'm like, you're my buddy. I've known you. Fucking, I've helped you. I love you. Even though you're my boss, I love you. Don't fucking worry about it. I ain't worried about it. I'll be out of here fucking next month. And I was out of there next month.
so if you do you have any memory of dying before?
No, not on that part of it. Um, it's just like things would happen with the fan flipping over and seeing the person there saying it helped me with which I that was an angel to me
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't make no sense. And the machine that blew up when I was 18, and knowing how I changed back then from being perfectly in the band to next thing I know I'm in the Marine Corps and picked the hardest fucking branch to go into and just being the way I am. So to me, my life has been I have to live on both sides so I can judge where I'm at. That's why I say I'm a black wing, white tipped because I've got to get into a dirty life so I can appreciate and I mean whatever I don't know. I've got no clue. But
Hmm.
when I look at our body and the body changes, wings are coming. We're going to get some motherfucking wings. And humans, evidently, I've seen some stuff used to have wings, but they got cut off. Basically, when we ate the apple, is what I was
Yeah.
kind of seeing. Basically, when it come to that, the wings fell off, and but we are going fast backwards now. So these bones and the muscles, the way they're going through these bones, look
Yeah.
like a bird. They look like a bird, and that thing, the little hook, has even got a bird's name. Be it a raven, but I think a raven. Um, it's a bird's name, and this shit's changing. We got these crazy reptile spines.
So you
Our
think we're
feet, our feet to me look like one foot on top of the other, like they're ready to just do this.
Mm-hmm.
because they are so separated. It's like that. But they can do that or go this way and have freaking bird feet.
So you think we're going to have wings?
It seems to be getting reset. The Earth seems to be turning back into Pangea, but it's the weirdest thing because this other shit doesn't make no sense. I mean, none of it is flowing the way. Like, if you think it's going to go reverse, you would think everything would go reverse, but it's not. Some shit's still going forward, and some shit's going back, and then you got shit just popping up back then. When we know we didn't have black and white TVs back then, or
Yeah, right.
flat screens back then. It's the nuttiest fucking shit I've ever seen. I mean, how do you make sense of that? I don't know. But other than thinking that yeah, we are going back to what we used to be, like on a projected screen. Not that that's us. I don't even think that's us. I think we're the stars, and we are the light that shines on the stars, and the light that shines on that makes the stars. We're we're up there. When I think when God evidently said, "Let there be light," that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. We're just fucking light. And I look around, and everything here is just darker and darker, sicker and sicker.
Right.
This is a very evil place, and we're so spread out. I think it's so we can just be here, and observe and try to be ourselves, be nice. Evidently, nobody understands how to fucking shake hands.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that? I'm like, dude, but when I shake them, there's nothing there. It's
Mm-hmm.
like there's nothing, no feeling. Like you hug somebody, like Chick said, that feeling is just like, where'd that go? Where did it go? Who the fuck are you hugging? I don't know. It's sad. It's
Have Have you
but
ever
I do believe there is light. So
Have you ever listened to that Stellana? She goes
Delana.
on Martha's show a lot. Um,
Oh,
Scott,
Svetlana.
yeah, Scotty's
Svetlana.
had her
Yeah, I
on a
do
few
like
times.
Svetlana a lot. Yeah, I do. I do like Svetlana a lot.
Now you know what she talks about, right?
Yeah, I can't say I agree with everything she says, but I do like her a lot, and I really appreciate her take on things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she could be right. I'm not saying I can be right.
right. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
but I
bringing her
do.
up because it's another viewpoint of where we may be. Um,
Yes,
I don't
yes,
know. You know, I just
man.
kind of listen to a bunch of different people's viewpoint. SMQ talks a lot about different stuff too. I don't know if you ever listened to him with
Yeah,
Chick.
yeah. But I remember him before he had the AI at the end of his name.
Right. I like
Uh,
him. I like him and Chick a lot.
mm,
They have a good head on their shoulders, and they talk a lot of sense.
they do.
Um,
But
but there's
I'm the same way. I can't agree with everything that they do say, but most of the time, I've got to feel it. So I agree with most of what they say.
yeah, I put everything on the table and take what I want
Yeah.
and
That's the
leave
way we're
the
supposed to
rest.
do. Yeah,
Hmm.
don't be led, and don't try to have people follow you.
Hmm.
We're all here for some fucking reason, and it's not for me to follow somebody else. I guarantee fucking to you,
I
it's not for
definitely
me to
think we're
fucking
all
follow somebody
here
else.
to help one another out, to help each
Yes,
other out,
yeah, and that's a big yes, exactly. Help
and
each
not.
other out. Don't follow
Mhm.
nobody. If I don't like, if you tell me something, and and I thought it was so off the wall, I couldn't
Hmm.
understand it, I would tell you to fuck off. But I would
Hmm.
still love you. You know, it's like um, with me, I've always been um, it's like if I get talking too much, if I've been drinking too much and talking too much, just tell me to shut the fuck up. As simple as that. I understand that more than I understand trying to bring me down to stop me talking. Just tell me, Reese, you're drunk. Shut the fuck up. And I'll be like, okay.
Hmm.
Because I know you know what you're talking about. And I literally just shut the fuck up. It doesn't bother me. I've been
Hmm.
called every name in the book and I've done all kinds of shit. So it doesn't bother me. But I appreciate that. Which some people have a hard time kind of grasping that kind of a talk to tell somebody.
Hmm.
You know, but literally, yeah, just tell me shut the fuck up. I'll be okay. Because I do, you know, I've got my own demons, and I go back and forth and battle this shit, and you know, I do need to be told to shut the fuck up sometimes. So it's perfect by me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I take a little bit of everybody's story. I put everything on the table, take a little bit, listen. I get what some people talk about, but yet like you said, you have to feel it. And there's a, you know, I don't know. There's some things. Obviously, some people say that we don't know. We don't know what's going on.
No, I've got no clue. Other than just observance, that's the only thing I come to is like, well, I am observing it. That's not changing. I'm still observing it. Um, but my insides are changing. My outsides are changing. But
Right.
I'm still observing these changes. And, you know, I've went through dads that are different.
I definitely
Now,
feel that
I've got,
we are here for a reason, and
yeah,
I feel that we are supposed to be helping people
yeah.
and not fighting with amongst
Uh,
ourselves.
no, we don't need to be fighting amongst
And
ourselves.
right, we need each other, um and we need to keep coming together and keep working on this because nobody is going to have the answers. What I heard that in out of the population, only 1% of us are seeing the
Oh my
effects.
God. Are you serious?
Yeah, well, that's just what I heard
That
from.
that might be a good thing. Maybe they won't turn on us so bad, but there's these people I've been talking to. There's a difference. You know, I don't know why. That's a very, especially in the South. I mean, what the fuck is that? You know, I do this and I get nothing, and I have to like, you want to like punch somebody because they don't reciprocate, and
Hmm.
they literally have to look down to realize, and they don't get it. They don't even get
No,
that
and they seem very greedy. People are
everything's
very
cool. You
greedy.
know? Yes, yeah, yeah. And I know, like back in last December, I realized this whole fucking place seems to revolve around sex. Now I've been abstinent, and I haven't had. Jesus, God dang, it's got to be a year and a half. Not saying I don't want, but I'm saying I don't think it'd be that damn hard for me to go up and get Big Teddy Girl up the road or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'd be that fucking hard. Um, with the way these people are here, it's like if you don't, they don't even get you. You know.
Mm.
So if you're, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's the fucking weirdest damn thing I've seen in my life. And when I talk to my friends from school, the few that do call, it revolves around sex.
Do
It's
you also
always revolving around fucking sex.
do
And
you
I'm
also
like,
do you also see the people are it's all about me 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 me.
mm-hmm,
You know.
mm-hmm, yeah, yep. It's sad, It's like I've said, I can't even like if I even thought even thought back then, but when things were normal, I could have maybe homeschooled my son, which I've never thought that. Um, I couldn't now because I could not teach him what I know is wrong. How am I supposed to be teaching him there are four people in the Kennedy car or
Mm,
whatever when I know there's two? How can I teach him that Jacqueline looks like she or whatever her fucking name was? I mean, how can you go to try to homeschool your kid with grades? There is a lot of differences in this fucking school here this year. A lot of weirdness. It's like people have no clue unless they're instructed. The teachers are out there. Literally, the line used to move to pick kids up. Everybody knows. Pull your car up to here. Other ones follow. But
mm-hmm.
no, these people want to leave a gap like that until somebody's like, "Come on up."
Mm-hmm.
It's like they have to be told
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
pull up increment by increment. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And when you're waiting on a road, right, a small road in my little town to turn, right, you better be watching this way and that way because these fucking cars are smoothing through there at 50 mile an hour. 50 fucking mile an hour in the school zone to wait. I'm just waiting on somebody to get to bam. I'm like, what are you? I just shake my head. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here this year?
Yeah.
It is totally different than last year. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I dread going. I love my son's in band, so he's going to end up having football games probably, I think, this year. But I really dread going to one of them to be in the stands around these fucking fuckers because I don't have nothing to say to them
Is
at
it
all.
also just the schooling? Is it also just the schooling, or is it just the way that kids are brought up nowadays? That I used to be a cashier when I was younger, and when somebody gave me like a $10 bill
Yes,
and they
yes,
and they ordered some, I could do it in my head on what change to give them
yes,
back.
yeah.
And I find out when I hand somebody some money, if the computer's not telling them how much to give back, they're completely lost.
They are totally lost. They don't go one and one makes two out of five, which is, nine. And here's, 35, 45, 55. They don't
Right.
do that at all. They do this. Hand you a fucking wad,
Right.
and you're literally expected to take that wad, put it in your pocket, and get the fuck out of the way.
Right.
If you try to sit there and count that shit, the person behind you is staring at you like you're a moron.
Well, I mean, even the money, like like let's say something came to $1.97 or
Yes,
a
yes,
dollar 85, and you give the person a $5 bill, and you know you would start with the pennies. Let's say it came out at 87,
yes, yeah.
88, 89, 90. You give them like the three pennies, and then you go to the nickels and whatever. You count it out yourself in your head on the change to give back, but
Mm.
let's say nowadays if their computer or the cash register broke down and it wasn't able to give them how much to give back, they're completely lost. They don't know how to count that change out of the till to give it to you back. They're complete. They're just. I've seen so many people just like, and even older people,
Yes.
just completely at a blank stare with it. You know, if they shut the it's like if they lose that number that they're supposed to get back, they're completely lost.
Yeah, yeah, and then their focus goes on to the cash register instead of just the stupid ass amount that you're gonna get back. By
Right.
leaving the register open, and doing it that
hmm
way, yeah,
hmm
they're so fucked,
I I had a lady not too long ago. It was probably about 5 6 months ago. Um, I gave her a $20 bill, and the stuff came out to uh, it came out to like 18 or $19, and she gave me a 10 back, uh, and she gave me a total of $11 and some change back. And I was only supposed to get the change, the dollar bill and
yeah.
some change. And I turned around and I said, I'm not supposed to get this 10,
You did good.
and
You get
yeah, and
yes, give it
she,
back.
she goes, no, she was arguing with me. And I said, listen, I don't want to argue with you. I'm trying to give you this money back. And,
Fucking
and
are you?
she goes, well, what I'll do is I'll take your name and your phone number, and when I count my drawer out, if it's over, I'll give you the 10 back, or if
What?
it's under, well, or if it comes out the same, then we're good. And I said, all right, no problem, but I'm telling you that if you give me that 10, you're going to be short $10. So
Oh,
she took my name and my phone number, and the manager called me a few hours later after she cashed her drawer out, and the manager just thanked me and said her drawer came out even. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
shit.
That's
Where
a
the fuck are we? You know,
that's the first time I had to argue with somebody to take their money back.
dude. Yeah, yeah. Take the fucking money. Like, good God, what the shit? Make it all complicated like that? And you're trying to help them. Yeah, I'll do that. I've done it too. It's like if you get back and they messed up. Like, look, I don't want your drawer and you to be charged. Look, this is
Mm,
wrong. You didn't add on my pack of cigarettes here or
uh-huh,
something like
uh-huh,
that.
right.
And they've taken it back, but that doesn't surprise me. The more it doesn't surprise me, it's the ignorance of this fucking place. I don't know what to think of these people. I don't with the handshakes. I really don't. I try to give people credit, but I don't know where the fuck I'm at. And then I talk to my dad, and he gets the downloads on things, and I'm like, what the fuck, So
I don't even know where we're at anymore. No, if some people say we're in the Orion Spur, Orion Arm.
yeah, purgatory or everything else.
I per- I really think we're in purgatory.
Telling
I
you,
I know I really do, because I don't see how I would have lived through that kidney failure that I had.
yeah,
And some of the people that I see around that have the Mandela effect, they seem, you can pretty much tell by who they are. And I don't mean that in a bad way or anything, but you can pretty much tell how they died.
mm,
You can kind of feel it. You can kind of tell the way they talk and what they used to do.
mm,
Whether it had drugs or whether it had something to do with something else. Um, it's plausible that some people could have died of overdose and not knowing it,
yeah.
but I don't know. I would love to know what's going on. I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later, but
I call it, the woulda, coulda, probably, shoulda, did us, and anymore. And you stand by that. I can look back at my life and I'm like, wow, hit in the head, based
I
on that
agree.
in the temple when you're young, and then this happened then, this happened then, this was impossible, this happened then, this happened then, this happened then, lightning struck then, this happened then, and it's like, how many fucking times have I died?
I
And
agree
then
with.
then I'm like, was I ever even on a fucking earth? I
I
mean,
agree. I agree with Texas Danny. He says, "I'm a Christian, but sadly still a wicked sinner. Sadly, though, there are very painful people to be around. I can feel anger." Yeah, me too, Danny. I'm a Christian, but I sin. I'm still a sinner,
mm-hmm.
and uh, so we're not. I'm not perfect. I know that for a fact.
Shit, me either.
I'm far from perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
And Mandela Mile says, being an empath is hard around them. I answer before they ask the question. I do that a lot too, Mandela. Um, I know what I know a lot of what people are thinking or feeling. Feeling would probably be the best. If somebody's feeling sad or hurt or anger, I can feel that, and it's really overwhelming where we are now. I don't know if what the the empathy and the empath, if that's just intensifying, or the the abilities are just getting better.
yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, just on a side note, this is stupid, but these pistachios about like this.
Yeah.
I had one because you have to crack them open. You get like addicted to them, throwing them in your mouth. Well, um, I ate a bunch and I had one, and the next thing I know, it had a little worm in it, and it had a caterpillar shell, like a caterpillar thing in the middle of it. And if I wouldn't have been paying attention, I would have put that shit in my mouth. So be careful on your cashews. I don't care what the fuck brand it is, because I think this is supposed to be, pretty decent brand, you know. But
Rationally
it,
says nobody is perfect. Mandela
mm,
Mile says I used to fall for their tricks, but not anymore. And Happy Italian, yep, we're all sinners, whether this is purgatory or not. And then
yeah,
Texas Danny says, yeah, I've got my own issues, but fully agree. Some are empathy or have bad vibes. Um,
yeah,
and Dominic says, yes, there are nasty affections that can really screw things up. Sometimes they are permanent, and some show up in our loved ones and cause us to make lasting mistakes. We must keep our eyes open and learn from these times. Yeah, I totally agree. What you
trying to
doing,
have
Sharky? Looking for something to
well,
eat?
I have my dishwasher on. I've got to manually move it because it's broke, and it's been on rinse the whole time we've been on, so it's good.
Um,
It's getting clean, but at least it's working somewhat. I love this
so,
place. Everything falls apart. But
so
some stuff
Sharky,
fixes itself.
is there any time you feel like you want to hang it up, or
Hang up?
no? I mean, I'm asking you, is there a certain time you want to hang up, um, end the stream, or?
No. I mean, if people want to talk, I don't care. That's all we're doing is just basically wasting time and talking about different things. There's
Mm-hmm.
other things. I don't want to go into them, but personal things that happen. Because I'd have to show family pictures, and that's why I didn't ever show it on Martha's thing that time because I got to really thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to show that just in case a family member out of 100, fucking sees my dumb ass,
I
not
also
knowing.
feel like whatever. I also feel like whatever we feel, like whether it's love or whatever, it's really intensified, and yeah. Um, so it's a good thing there's not a lot of us that know how to hate. We pretty much, I don't, I've never throughout my life never really hated anybody. I've never held grudges on anybody, and I've been through some stuff when I was younger. Physical abuse and stuff like that,
Mm,
and I've never held a grudge against anybody for anything really.
yeah,
Um,
I try to understand different ways of maybe what was going and what was happening, and I don't hold a grudge very long either. Um,
yeah, I think all that does is just kill you inside.
it
But
will, it will, it
the
will
between the
fucking kill
hate,
you.
right, between the hate and holding the grudge, it just eats you up. So I never held on to that stuff. You know, uh, I get hurt and I get over it within time, and I just move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say we're one big. I've never known a functional family, and makes sense to me. We'd be one big dysfunctional family.
Correct.
We
Yeah.
we can't all be, but we're fucking here. I don't
hmm
think we're going nowhere, and we better learn to get the fuck along.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I
I
mean,
mean, we better learn to get the
some of
fuck
the stuff
along
some of
because
us are arguing over is really petty bullshit.
cause I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not going to go around and be a judge.
But yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
hmm
I don't do that. It's not me.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, in my head, would I be thinking that? Yeah,
hmm
but I'm always questioning things anyhow. But you know, we do what we do, and I guarantee you, every fucking one of us are.
I fucked up a lot when I was younger. I still fuck up, but who am I to judge anybody else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna be somebody goes out and says ain't nobody fucking not affected.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
I
exactly. I
I
mean,
don't I don't give a shit if someone says I'm not affected. They can fuck off.
hmm
Don't fuck off. But are they my brother or sister? Yes.
right.
And do I see myself in them and parts of myself? Yeah.
hmm
Can I follow them a lot? Sometimes not. No. Um,
Happy
it's
Italian
just
says I
it's
think it's
just
cool that Happy Italian says I think it's cool that we're such a diverse bunch and from all over. I agree. We are definitely all from different sides of the world and all different backgrounds. And we're coming together like family. And you know,
yeah. Can you imagine trying to be this much together, even though it's fucked up, without any of this going on? Just say maybe we were interested in CERN. Say something like that, maybe or whatever. The weather, something,
hmm
whatever. Any kind of topic, we would not have this bond because we all know this shit's fucking so damn ridiculous.
hmm
We can't figure it out.
Have you ever thought about what some of these Mandela effects mean? I mean, are they messages that are being that we're supposed to be picking up on the messages instead of so much of picking up on the Mandela effect? of
Yeah.
each thing. Is it messages? Is it somehow messages we're supposed to be retaining and,
I
and
can't
figuring out?
I can't go down that road other than just me feeling what I feel and trusting what I feel, because to me that more gets into a certain any kind of religion kind of thing.
Hmm.
So I don't
I'm
function
actually
that
not.
way.
I'm actually not going towards religion with that. I'm
No,
actually
that's how I
trying to.
feel. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if some of these MEs, Mandela effects, are messages that we're supposed to be trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Whether they're
This.
messages from who, I don't know. But I mean, are whatever's happening? Is it trying to tell us something?
Yeah. I tried to tell, and he did listen to me on a few of them. But at the beginning, I used to listen to and I made a video on it back then. The Ghost Riders in the Sky song, and they would
Hmm.
say yippee I o, yippee I a,
Hmm.
right? O and A, Alpha and Omega. But then it switched, and it was like the only one I could find that said it the way I knew was Johnny Cash, and he would sing yippee I o, yippee I a, Ghost Riders in the Sky. All the other ones, the originals, said yippee I a, Alpha, yippee I o, Omega. Whatever the hell Alpha and Omega is. I know it's God, probably Satan, probably. But it would switch, and I tried to tell Brian McFarlane that one time in an email, I think even on that video I made, but, that was back in the early. So he probably didn't even get it or pay much attention, or know anything about that song. But for me, every time I'd heard that song, including the guy that Burl Ives, I think is his name, he did the Frosty the Snowman as the snowman on the claymations. Rudolph with the umbrella. He was a claymation. It was, I guess, Burl Ives sang that. One of the original singers, and he used to sing it yippee I o, yippee I a.
Hmm.
But now he it's backwards. He'll still sing it, you know, yippee I a alpha, yippee I o, except for you know Johnny Cash. So to me that was a huge one because I knew that song as a kid, knew these versions. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? They're singing it wrong. But nobody else really knew it, so
Right.
um, it was one of the things I tried to point out, but nobody fucking got. It just goes unknown. Whatever,
Um,
it's like
uh,
whatever.
even the song from Mamas and Papas, um, when he walks into church and he gets down
Mm,
on his knees and he begins, well,
to pray,
he,
yeah,
right, he begins to pray, and now it has switched to uh, pretend to pray. Now,
yeah.
what is the sense of that? I mean, I I don't get why that would change and what it means. Obviously, I don't know. I see that stuff. I can't figure out
I
why.
can't even fathom that song being that popular back then in the world I come from. That would not have been possible because people would have back then, especially like the protest shit, they would have been like, "Fuck off." I know Dad had a big problem with the Beatles because I think the Beatles came out at one time and said they were God or they were better than God or something, and it had a
Really,
big.
that's one
Yeah,
of
Dad.
that's one of my
Dad
favorite
knows this.
bands.
Yeah, Dad knows this. He said it before. Now, will he say it again? I don't know. Even my mother said the same thing. With the Beatles, and which I never took to the Beatles. I liked a few of their songs, but I always taught when they for some reason they would just tell me this crap, and so you listen to it as a kid, and like Shirley Temple.
Yeah, yeah.
Every fucking time they would put on a VCR, buy these tapes, Shirley Temple movies, my mother would tell me oh, it's so sad. She died as a kid, and so I know Shirley Temple died as a kid.
You're right, right. Me too.
There's no question in my mind, none.
Yeah,
But here,
I definitely
what
remember her dying as a kid too.
she's like, what,
What?
into politics and shit.
Why that change? You know, why does she get to live longer?
Yeah,
Or
I,
what? Mm, That's why I don't get it. Is what we're not under. I don't know anybody that is really understanding the changes. They see the changes and that's all they talk about.
yeah.
I think we need to start understanding the changes, and you know, uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking
No, I
stupid,
don't
but
know. You know, I mean, I agree. I've got no clue other than observance. You know, I mean, and imagination of how to manipulate any of this shit. But I've got no clue. I don't fucking know.
hmm
None of this shit is real. You know, and what I thought was right is not right, and things you,
for some reason, okay, I'm like 49 years old, and for
yeah,
some reason, I feel like I don't know where 15, 20 years of my life went.
yep, exactly, yeah.
I remember my 30s really well, but I don't remember any of my 40s really.
No, it's like they give you certain memories and they just gotta shove them in. So like yesterday didn't even exist. I mean, for all I know, we only live 24 hours, then we die. Or if we decide to take a nap, we are only up for 4 hours, then we take a nap and we die. I, for all I know, that might be. I don't know. You know, I mean,
hmm
I don't know where. Like you have a major surgery, where the fuck do you go?
hmm
Where the fuck do you go? Because everything is gone. I've never dreamt during a surgery. You know, I've never traveled during a surgery. So
Right.
I believe every surgery, I've died.
Yeah, I had back surgery, and I
Mm,
don't remember dreaming anything either. I just
nope.
remember just waking up that, and it was like
Yeah.
I just went to sleep, you know, and I woke up.
Yeah, they tell you to count down, and I never made it past, I think, five. You know, they're like, okay, we're going to give you this, start counting down. So I'm like, 10, 9, 8, you know. And then I fucking wake up.
hmm
And it could have been a 9 hour surgery,
hmm
whatever. You know, you wake up, and the last time I woke up at the VA, I kept trying my hardest to talk and trying. I was so thirsty, and all I was wanting to do is get water. And I'm listening to these nurses. They would even come next to me.
hmm
And I'm doing this. I'm like, you know, trying to do something, you know,
hmm
get my functioning back to I could. They could have cared less. They really could have cared less, and it was the oddest thing. I was like, wow. And then the entire thing after that was a could have cared less situation, and that was different. That was totally different than the nurses. Every time I had back surgeries before and stuff, they would be, "Hey, are you okay? Can I get you something?" But these
hmm
nurses were doing this on their phones and this with their mouths to each other,
Right.
not even paying attention to the line of us sitting there. It was like we were fucking up their day by asking for a fucking glass of water. It was the damnedest thing I ever saw. And I had to sit there for 6 hours. 6 hours I sat there and just paid attention to this shit after I got my function. You know, I'm like, what is going on here? You know? This is stupid. This is the
Yeah.
weirdest fucking shit I ever seen. I don't know. You know, I ain't
Right.
saying this is the VA, so I'm not saying every hospital is like this. The VA is pretty fucked up, but it was for even for the VA. I was like, what the hell's going on here? You know, I don't know. You know,
So so some people think we're in a simulation. Some
mm-hmm.
people think we're in purgatory. Um,
Yeah.
what other ones are there? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. It gives me a headache. It's like,
I think there has something definitely to do with death.
yeah, and I do believe it's a spiritual thing, not a.
Right.
I don't know how things can happen. Like my trees disappeared. Like how? I mean, how do you? That's to me. You know, I mean, how do I look at the globe and it's changed? You know, how do I see this shit? How does my area I'm right here is wider than what it was last week? I've got a really lot of room here, and last week I was all squished in. I've got the same shit here, but I was able to push this over because I'm like, I don't. What is it? Why have I got that there? I just push it over. I
That's
do nothing with this
interesting.
side, but I've got more space. It's like when I went to walk in the bathroom, my shoulders touch the wall. My house is literally moving
Uh-huh.
depending where I'm at. So, you know, this is shit that, I mean, how the hell, how do I put that into it? Something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, where does that plug into anything? Any fucking thing, you know? Um, I don't know. Other than I'm observing it not being real because it does move. Um, I don't know what to think about that. And then you make a video about it and you sound like you're fucking nuts till somebody else is like, yeah, and then you're like, thank God, you know, thank fucking God there's somebody else out there that fucking sees this. Like because you really want to chalk yourself up to being a nut.
Uh-huh.
But I've learned as much as I've learned now, you know, it's like you're definitely not a nut. I mean, it's best just I think to put the shit out there, see what good or bad is there because I know what I know and I've got to know what I know and that's just how it's got to be. And that doesn't mean you know something different and you're totally fucked up and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It just means we're on sliding paths. Because I swear to God, me and Jen got so much that are the same, and after so long, a year of fucking talking, it's like no, we're not. We're more like that. You know, there are certain big things that don't coincide. So we're different. We're from different places.
Right.
Flat out from different fucking places. But we're pretty close, you know. And
Well, it's like you and I, we pretty much remember basically the same things.
mm,
Even the money situation
mm,
that just recently popped up. Our
yeah,
memories coincide with the same thing too.
yes, yes.
Um, and it, I guess I have to say that I'm not gonna go there.
It's hard.
I was just kind of disappointed in one of the Mandela Effect people what they had to say in one of the comments that was said about the money issue. Um, I was wasn't too happy with this person putting down other people in the community because they're suffering from a Mandela effect. If anybody should understand, it should be us that are affected from the Mandela effect. I don't see all the Mandela effects either, but I don't sit and argue with other people who do see or experience a Mandela
No.
effect that I don't experience. I don't get on them and
Um.
say, no, that's not. I'm not talking about Dark Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
rationally. Um, this person is totally different than Dark Wolf and rationally.
Yeah. I
This
didn't
person,
see that one, but
yeah,
I, I get the drift. Yeah. It's like Did you see the Freddy Krueger one this morning with
somebody said that his shirt changed. I have not seen it yet.
Okay. Um. They were all a green or dark green and a red, and I was like, told them what I remember was when I first even the video popped up. I'm like black and red. That's what I know, and I've seen fucking Freddy Krueger all the movies, yeah, even the crappy ones, and for me it was always black and red. Now I
Right.
looked down the line, and there was a few people that did say black and red.
I wish you would
Um,
have asked me before you said anything.
oh man, I'm sorry.
But
Yeah,
I do remember black and red also. So it's
yeah,
green now.
yeah. It's evidently supposed to be like a Christmas kind of thing, like a green and red. But a lot of people remember a dark green and red, which or a gray. So
No, it's all.
it's like kind of almost like what are your optics seeing? We're
Yeah, I
but
remember black and red.
for me it was what my optics were saw back then was just black and red. It was just simple black and red. Wasn't
And
dark green or
his hat was like a tan or
yeah,
a brown or a tan.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And his I don't know if his hand changed or his
Oh,
claws changed at all, but I remember his claws being all the fingers plus the thumb. I don't know if that changed any.
yeah, I'm not sure on him. I know Edward did, but I think I'm not sure on him. I will show you something that I wrote down that
Rationally Rationally says that she remembers dark green and red.
yeah, dark
Hmm.
green and red. That's what
Well.
a lot of people remember, dark green and red. See, I remember black and red. This is
Hmm.
one thing I don't know why nobody's talked about, and I even wrote it um, on the Japanese guy. What's his name? I mean, he's American. He was a Marine like I was, and he's in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, but he's a plane guy, so it might have been something he knew from his reality. But
Therion remembers black and red also.
okay, cool. Do you remember this shit on planes? You see these jaws
Mm-hmm. I don't.
fin?
Yeah, I
They're
don't
on
remember them.
the main body of the plane. Like here's the forward engines,
Right.
but they have these little bitty things that poke up here and here on the
Mm-hmm.
front, top and bottom of the main where the people go. Crap, battery saver. I can't get nobody to talk about that. And to me, I don't even know what the shit this is. But to me, it never was there before. And even on the movie Airplane, it's there. It's there. No matter
Really?
what I look at, it's there. It's like it's
What
got to
are
be
they?
there.
What are they supposed to be doing there? I mean, why are they there?
I
What are
don't
they
know.
supposed to?
They're not that big. They just kind of little jaws, fish fins that poke up, and it could have two, three, or four, or whatever. It could have different amounts, but they're these little pokey fins, on the top and bottom of the middle part, and I can't
Mhm.
get find anybody talking about it. And I'm like, I've flown on planes. I don't know what the shit that is, but a lot of people maybe that's normal, but for me it's not. But it looked kind of like that, and I said it's on the main. And if you look at any plane videos, you'll see these things. They're small. I mean they're big, but compared to the plane, they're small. It's not like a Jaws, big Jaws
Mhm.
being that's just changed all over the fucking place. But yeah, I don't know what the shit that is. Um, I don't know what the hell that is.
I also seen some photos of planes with the jet engines being up in front like that. There's also some jaws like fins up by the engine somewhere that just came out right after the engines, like maybe 6 months or so after the engines got moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's like a two jaw fins on right next to each engine, and I don't know what that's for either. I don't know why that's there either. I've never seen them before.
Yeah. No, you got me. Let's see my bit of nose. Of course, I told you about me smoking Winston, and they had the tea in it. Winston, my bad PTS. It's so much shit. Um, this is something that kind of just popped in my head earlier because I need to have one. And I'm like, does anybody remember about rummage sales? I ain't looked it up or nothing. I'm just like, anybody ever call it rummage sales? That's what we call it in Arkansas. But it's yard sales, you know. But we used to call it rummage sales because you're rummaging through crap of somebody's crap. You're rummaging through it. So rummage sales. Oh, this was funny, and I don't even know who put this out, but Anheuser Busch. Did y'all know that had changed? Anheuser Busch,
Uh huh.
and I broke the words down in this perverted ass fucking place, and this is what I come up with. What I come up with, and he used her bush. Anheuser-Busch without the fucking letters. And he used her bush. It's like, so, yeah, drink a bunch of beer, get laid. It's like, look. And he used her bush, Anheuser-Busch. It's like, what the oh, God. Shoot me. I swear. I fucked up, man. I swear. And it is definitely interesting. My son's over there so asleep on the couch. Boy's been eating a lot lately.
A
He ate.
growing boy. It's a growing
He
boy,
ate.
right?
He ate. He ate. What did he eat? Um, some chicken nuggets. Not enough of them though. And he ate a couple of hot dogs and something else. Something else I had. So I'm glad he's finally eating. I just wish he would eat what I eat. You know, soups and chilies and shit and whatever. He's weird about that stuff.
You
But
ever?
he's always been like nothing but water or Gatorade or milk. He does not want Coke. He always says, "I don't want to get addicted." Um, that kind of thing. He's very
Mm.
wise and
Hey, Sharky.
hmm?
Um, I I got some. I just went in my wallet and I have $7 in my wallet. This is different money that I've had the last 2 days when I made them videos, and I just happened to look at this money, and I have $2 bills and one $5 bill, and all of them are 2013.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. And also, I'd like to mention that I remember watching Robert Wood, his stream one time, and he was talking about now the money says, obviously it's not all money, but the $5 bill that I have, it says United States Federal Reserve System on it. And I do remember Robert Wood bringing that up a while back. And sure enough, this $5 bill says where it used to have the
Shit.
state, it used to have the state, the Federal Bank of like New York. Now
Yeah.
it says United States Federal Reserve System.
Mm,
So I
man.
found that to be very interesting.
Yeah. And I remember when I first got into the 9/11 um, conspiracy. I guess it was around 2006 when I finally got into that. I saw where you could fold up these bills, and it would literally show what went on. You fold them a certain way, and it would show it. I'm like, oh my god! And that, well, that ain't the only thing. Dad, when I was in the service and come home on leave one time, we had a big bonfire and shit out the river, and he lived in a houseboat. And, they're driving the fucking truck through the fucking tires and shit, just fucking all this shit. And Dad's like, yeah, man, never landed on the moon. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Never landed on the moon. And then this is back in like 1992. So, and where I was at then, and he was telling me, and he was so drunk, he kept talking, and I was drunk. We kept getting drunk, and god dang it, after an hour of listening to him, he made sense. And so that was literally my start of questioning, I guess, like anything I've been told. Because I was like, that's mind blowing if we've never even been there. And so after that, I was like, I've been a conspiracy nut ever since.
Yeah.
And the shit I've seen anymore, especially in this last year, I guarantee I had fucking trees out there. And I guarantee you, my neighbor did not have an old post with crappy, green numbers there saying that's his house. Go that way. Don't bring the packages to my house. Take them that way in my, driveway that we share. And that's old. You can look at it; it's old. And that is so far beyond my dad just around a bonfire telling me one thing. You see this shit.
Mhm.
This shit happens to you in your own fucking house, and so I don't know. So
Um.
I can't tell you. I just like
Sharky, we're gonna
fuck.
uh, we're gonna hang this up in about 15 minutes.
I need to go to bed
Yeah,
because it's late. Um,
me too.
yeah, I'm tired, man.
So
I probably said all I could say as far as want or can think about saying. Like things pop into my head not saying, but yeah. I'm just glad. Looks like trying to look at my tablet. I see Robert Wood, Dominic Frost, Pat. There's you, Patty. Mandela Mile, and probably a bunch of other people been on here. So it's just nice to talk about whatever. I think it's a good thing to have a talk about whatever. Um, because I don't fucking have a clue.
Yeah, we're just kind of mulling everything over and talking about anything and everything.
Yeah,
So, and
anything, everything.
given the chat an open forum to talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
It's been a while since people have been streaming. There's hardly anybody streaming anymore. So hopefully, I seen Rain on the Plane stream today. Was it today or yesterday?
Oh man, I know I missed her. Yeah,
yeah,
it was today.
Yeah.
And I missed Helen's Bible thing. I'd like to start watching her Bible thing, but I missed it today. So I'll probably end up going back and rewatching that later. Not tonight. I mean, I'm fixing to go sleep, but maybe in the morning when I wake up in a few hours, put that on and kind of watch that. I've learned that there's an actual fast forward button, so as long as you can understand what the fuck people are saying in fast forward chipmunk mode, it's fine. Like, sorry, I'm gonna have to put you in chipmunk mode so I can, fit you into my day, because these hours don't match up. Like 24-hour day is like fucking. I swear to God, like 19 or something. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, I know the months used to go by fairly fast, but now they're really flying by, and the days are flying by. Except for some days, some days go by really really slow for me.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's not a constant. It's definitely not constant.
But I do thank you, Sharky, for coming on. I wish I would have got Therion on tonight, but I'll learn what I did wrong tonight. Rationally can tell me what I did wrong, and next time we'll get Therion on with us.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that sounds great. You did good. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody in the chat that stuck with me through trying to get this all set up and everything.
Thank y'all. I have to go back tomorrow and rewatch just to watch the chat, because I've got no clue what was happening.
I even had to call Rationally to help me through this, even after she showed me. I don't know how many times how to do this.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Love you.
All right.
Let's get some sleep.
All right, everybody. And
night, everybody.
Thank you, chat, and you guys all have a good night.
Definitely. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.